This is a great time to be alive. That's it, that's the intro. We're just going to get straight into the review on this one because BABYMETAL just went on the first take with a piano version of Monochrome, and I have got so much more to break down from this than I possibly thought I was going to get. Let's just get into this. Hi there and welcome back to Japan, where, like I say, I'm just so happy about this. Now, first of all, let's just lay out what this was, what we got. Now, Monochrome, as I pointed out, I did my review of it when it came out. So far, my favourite song that has come off of the other one. We've had some singles coming out. I've said they've all basically been extremely efficient, extremely well written, more of an experimental. And this has more been a parade of real fantastic hit songs, of which Monochrome was the best one so far. And then they turn up BABYMETAL on the first take, which, if you don't know, is a popular Japanese YouTube channel where bands come along, artists come along and record songs on the first take, apparently. And they did a piano version of said Monochrome. You know that already. Let's get into breaking down because there are so many things to talk about here. Now, first of all, we've got to really start with Sue's voice because, you know, look, Sue is an amazing singer. We all know that. But I think one of the things that has always been very much in my mind is that I think, you know, she's had the support and love of a lot of fans, but often when we hear her singing, she's either singing on stage where she's moving around a lot, which means it's not getting the most out of her voice. There was a few years ago, there was like a leaked audio, which was apparently just like her microphone audio, and it was just some of a cappella basically from what she sounds like on stage without the backing music, and everyone was going, oh, this is brilliant. But to me, it just sounded like a singer who wasn't getting the most out of her voice because she was clearly moving around on stage. And, you know, we're always hearing how good her voice is, but never quite hearing it, you know, just giving her a chance to just sing with nothing else in the way, just a nice quiet arrangement where she can belt out the vocals, and that is what we got here. And, you know, look, whether the first take really is a first take or not, that vocal performance was beautiful. The vocal control, the way that she fed the notes in. I remember hearing from a singing coach once before, and I think this is just like so true, is that you can usually tell the best singers by how they finish a note rather than just how they begin it. The way she finished the notes was perfect, the power, everything was gorgeous. She delivered so much emotion. I can, you know, look, it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant, and I'm not just saying that because I'm a BABYMETAL fan. I'm not just saying that because we all support BABYMETAL. Genuinely, objectively, that was just a perfect vocal performance, filled with passion, filled with skillful delivery. She has come so far from Sakura Gakuin, and it's beautiful to see that she's not resting on her laurels, but giving it the full beans and talent as well. The piano arrangement as well, I thought, was a really nice touch. It was simple in that it just sort of got the heart of the song right, but it more felt like it was giving room for the vocal performance. It was very much in the background there. Yes, we did get some pre-recorded, seemingly backing effects in there, you know, on the sort of some vocal echo perhaps, and there was also some, you know, sort of light keyboard work, I think, going on there. It was a nicely fleshed out background, but it was basically very simple. It was just enough to set the mood. You know, there wasn't lots of sort of extravagant piano playing. It was more about just sort of laying down the chords, giving it a nice feel so that the vocal performance could be front and center. This was a minimalist performance, but, you know, a minimalist performance with enough heart to set the soundscape, and that's what I really appreciated about this. It was pretty clear from the way this was arranged, and credit to the people who arranged this, because even when you're going for simplicity, that requires skill and forethought. It was clear that the people who arranged this backing track, they were really aware that this was an opportunity to highlight Sue's vocal performance and just sort of give her the necessary mood to do so. So I really liked it, but it's really important to point out it didn't lose anything of what makes a song so good. We had obviously all the chords there and some nice interpretations of the chords, which you could hear much clearer through a piano playing it than a distorted guitar, where sometimes you get the energy, but you might lose the intricacies and details of the chords and the arrangement. So yeah, this for me was a perfect backing in a simple, atmospheric way. Obviously, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention that Moa, yeah, she did great, and I must admit, it is difficult that, you can probably tell from me doing it, that's a kind of a difficult pattern to keep nice, but it wasn't. you know, that was 50% of everything she had to do. You know, we know how BABYMETAL functions at the current moment, and you know, I would have loved to have seen her doing more, a little bit more of a harmonizing along with Sue, but you know, she knows what she's doing. She loves being in the band, clearly, because she's there alongside Sue. The arrangement has been written for them. They clearly did this in the way that was best for them. But, you know, I can't help but feel, once again, it does remind me I want to see more of Maya, but still, she was there. She was adding something to the song. It was nice still that both members were a part of this. But that does bring me on to a little extra point. See, in the video, they did occasionally cut to a scene of 3 hooded figures, somewhat like the Karate BABYMETAL video, back when Yui was in the band. And, you know, there was this whole feeling. I'm looking at some of the comments here, and like one of the very last comments after the premiere finished was someone saying Yui Metal crying face in Japanese, but still, you know, they're saying that, and there was a lot of people feeling that's what was being indicated. Again, I don't know if Yui's coming back. I did a whole video about what would happen either with Yui Metal coming back or being replaced and what that basically meant for the band, however things progressed. It does seem very likely there will be an announcement about a 3rd member, and this seemed to really indicate it, because the first take is very much about just showing the artist performing. So to have something like a scripted, but you know, a set-up scene of 3 of them facing away from the character and sort of like hands being held, the indication very clearly being that BABYMETAL is now a 3-piece. That is what's coming. I mean, it was very, very clearly designed to get us thinking about that. So there is clearly some announcement coming up. I've said before my feelings about the whole Yui thing. I would love to see you in the band, but I did do a whole video about this, so please do go check that out if you haven't already. However, I do think it's nice to see that they are very much, as BABYMETAL are good at doing, building up the hype. I think now with this, if they are not announcing a 3rd member, Yui or not, then this would be the worst case of bait and switch ever. Pretty sure that that's what's going on here. Anyway, I loved that aspect as well. I thought it was nice they throw that in. The first take allowed them to do that. In conclusion, I mean, we got a song which is performed the best performance I've ever heard from Sue's voice. Just, this is her best performance I've ever heard. Full stop. It is definitely one of the most effective BABYMETAL songs ever, but whereas before it was just an effective, efficient, hard-hitting rock song, it's been given the soul that perhaps it needed to elevate it to the next level. It continues to be an absolute banger of a catchy song. It's been delivered with emotion as well, just to make sure that you've got that extra feeling underneath it. We've got Mo is actually involved doing something, even if she hasn't got as much presence as we want to have. She's there, she's part of it. We have the hype for a 3-piece return to the BABYMETAL, a whole thing that we used to see before with the 3 of them. Just everything about this is brilliant. I absolutely loved it, and furthermore, it just adds more variation to the BABYMETAL portfolio. Look, I am over the moon with this. I am going to be listening to this a lot. This is not just a good thing. This is objectively one of the best things that I think has happened to BABYMETAL. I love it. I think it's a brilliant performance. I really think this song, absolutely, this version of the song absolutely deserves to be on any playlist of BABYMETAL. Loved it. There you go. Anyway, those are my thoughts. As always, get into the comments, tell me what you think. Tell me if I'm overhyping it. I don't think I am. I'm going to go listen to this a bunch more after I edit this video. So until I hopefully see you very soon in Japan for the next one of these. For now, ciao, ciao.